Hey everybody! Welcome to Gospel Piano Lessons for Beginners. This is Year 2, Lesson 19, and tonight we're going to be learning about 7th chords in the key of B flat, and we're also going to be learning two brand new songs. We're going to be learning I Can't Even Walk Without Holding Your Hand, and I Could Sing of Your Love. I Could Sing of Your Love Forever? Yes, I Could Sing of Your Love Forever. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with a friend. A lot of people have found our channel because a friend has told them about us. So thank you for everyone who's already done that. If you haven't done so, be sure to join our Facebook group. The link for that is down in the description. That's where you're going to find the PDFs that you see on tonight's lesson, and they are totally free. You can go and download those, print them off, and follow along with tonight's lesson. So let's get our PDF ready to go. Here we go. So 7th chords in the key of B flat. While you guys are getting that settled, let's take a look at the chat, see who's on tonight. Rebecca, Tom, Massimo are already in here. Hello everyone. And if you haven't heard your name yet, just type hello and your name will pop up and we can see who's watching with us tonight. As we go through the lesson, after the end of each page, I will take a couple minutes and answer any questions that you have. So as you go through, I'll see the questions pop up and we'll pause, like I said, at the end of every page and go over any questions that you have that have to do with the lesson tonight. All right, well, let's jump right in tonight. We're going to be learning about 7th chords in the key of B flat. Now a reminder, our B flat major scale is going to be the foundation of everything that we do in the key of B flat. And our B flat scale is B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. And you can see I have the scale degrees underneath it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. That is not the finger numbers, that is our scale degrees in the key of B flat. If you haven't seen that yet, we do have a video talking about the scale of B flat, the chords that go in B flat, the inversions of B flat, and also walk-ups and walk-downs in B flat. And those are in the archives on YouTube, and there's PDFs to go with those as well. So tonight we're going to be talking about 7th chords in the key of B flat. What is a 7th chord? The easy answer is it's a 4-note chord. There's different types of 7th chords, but all you're going to do is you're going to play a regular chord, either a major or a minor, and then you're adding in the 7th note of your scale. So if we were to play a B flat 7, we would play our B flat, D, and F, just like we would normally, and then we're going to use some variation of the 7th note of the scale. But there is an easy way to count it up, as with all our other chords that we do here. So here's the easy way to count it up, is you're going to start with your root note. So in this example under dominant 7th chord, we have the example of F. So this would be if you're going to create F7. So dominant 7th means that it's just whatever the chord name is, and then with the 7 beside it. And these are the most common 7th chords. You'll see in the songs tonight they're pretty frequent. So let's make an F7 chord together. So number 1 says root. Find the note that matches the name of your chord. So the root of F7 is F. Number 2 says find the third of your chord, which would be counting up 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3 says find the 5th of your chord, which means we would count up another 3 half steps from there. 1, 2, 3. That gives you a major chord. Okay, if you're following that, root, 3rd, and 5th of your major chord. And to make it a 7, you're going to find the flat 7, which means we count up 3 more half steps. 1, 2, 3. So an F7 chord is F major with an E flat on top. Okay, now we've talked briefly about these words here, root, 3rd, 5th. That has to do with in relation to the first note of your chord. So if this is the first note of your chord of an F7, if you count up your scale, 1, 2, 3, that's your 3rd, because it's the 3rd note of the chord scale. And then if you keep going, 4, 5, that's called the 5th. And then we could go 7, okay? And then we make it flat. Okay, so that's a little bit of theory. You can just follow this pattern right here and you can make any dominant seventh. But I did want to explain a little bit about that flat seventh. So if you're playing, for example, a B flat, you can see your B flat scale right here. If you want to play B flat 7, when you get to the 7, you would have to play A flat. So it's the 7th note of the scale, but flattened, so left 1. Okay, so B flat would be B flat major. Find the 7 of the B flat scale, go left 1, and that's B flat 7. So that's just another way to find it, is think of it in terms of your scale. Tonic, or root, 3rd, 5th, flat 7. Okay, but a lot of our chords, we don't know the scales yet. Like if we wanted to do F7, we know our F major scale, but let's say we wanted to do G flat 7, we might not know the G flat 7 chord. So in that case, you would just follow these steps. So find your root. We'll do G flat 7 just to be crazy. G flat, find your root, 1, 2, 3, 4, then go 3, 1, 2, 3, go 3 more, 1, 2, 3, G flat 7. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you know your scales or not, you can follow that little pattern we have. Okay, now the other one we're going to be talking about tonight is the minor 7th chord. Now all this one is the main chord is a minor chord, and then we add that 7 again. So for example, if we wanted to do F minor 7, this is our F, we go F minor, and then we would go up, oh sorry, I always seem to find one typo per night. This is like an Easter egg hunt. This should say 3 half steps. So it's exactly the same at the top, you're just adding the 7th like that. Okay, so if we wanted to do C major 7, we would find our C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's C major 7. If we wanted to play minor 7, just that would switch. Everything else stays the same. Okay, so minor 7, C minor would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 to make the minor chord, and then at the top again 1, 2, 3. So my apologies there for that typo. So the easy trick if you're trying to make a minor 7th chord is if you already know the major 7th chord, all you need to do is change the 2nd note. So if you have C major, change the one in the middle, makes it C minor, or F major, F minor, G major, G minor, goes to the left. Okay, so a couple little tricks there. Again, you can just follow the chords there, but a lot of people use those tricks, and you might see that in the comments. That's all they're talking about there. Okay, so we've got some examples down here. We've already done that dominant 7th one. Let's do this minor 7. We have G minor 7. This is one we're going to use a lot in the key of B flat. So G, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We end up with G, B flat, D, and F. Okay, so that's your dominant 7th, which is just the major chord with the 7 on top. That'd be dominant 7th, G dominant 7th, or G minor 7th, which is just a minor chord with the 7 on top. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions in the comments about any of those 7ths. I see we have some more people in on the chat. DG's here, Marilyn, Connie, Darlene, Carmen, and Francine. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to the live. Again, if you have any questions, be sure to put them in the chat, and I will go over them after each song, and we can dig a little deeper if you guys want to do that. Okay, we're going to take a look at the song I Can't Even Walk Without You Holding My Hand, shortened to I Can't Even Walk for our PDF tonight. This is in the key of B flat, and our time signature is 3/4. So you'll see that all of the chords are in groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to start it first by doing it without the 7s, just to find our place. And then I'll go through, add the 7s, and then we'll show you how to add in what we've already learned in the last couple of weeks in B flat. We'll talk about adding in our walk-ups and our walk-downs and our inversions with our right hand. Okay, so I'm just going to play through the verse and the chorus so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we're going to jump right into it. I thought would surely be me. I thought I could be what I wanted to be. I thought I could build on life's sinking sand, but I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Oh, I can't even walk without you holding my hand. The mountain's too high and the valley's too wide. Down on my knees, that's where I learned to stand. Oh, I can't even walk without you holding my hand. It's a very pretty song. The ones I found on YouTube are more of a country feel to it. And we'll kind of show you how to add in the walk-ups and the walk-downs to give you that sound. Okay, so let's start with our right hand first, and we're going to find our inversions. So this one doesn't have too many funky stuff in it. We do have a D major chord in the key of B flat, which we haven't done before, so we'll look at that. So starting with verse 1, B flat is going to be in root position, so that means that B flat's on the bottom. I thought number 1 would surely be me. Okay, so we have B flat 7. So let's count that up. B flat, this is dominant 7th chord because it doesn't have a minor. So B flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We end up with B flat, D, F, and A flat. Now there is an easier way to do dominant 7th chords, is we take this top note and we actually put it down by our root. So instead of putting it up high like that, we're going to play our B flat like this, and we're just going to move our thumb left 2. Okay, that's kind of like the shortcut way of learning how to do it. We've got all kinds of tricks for that. Okay, so B flat major, take your root note, which is B flat, go left 2 to A flat, and you have B flat 7. Technically it's a 7 because our left hand is going to play the B flat, right? So all together, all right, they make a B flat 7 chord. So when you go surely be me, just going to move your thumb. Everything else stays the same. And then we'll go to E flat. So we're down here, and then use your inversion chart. If you haven't seen that, that's in lesson, what are we on now? 19? I think it's on lesson 17 of year 2. You can go get a B flat inversion chart. Shows you the easiest ways to get to all the chords. And the easiest way to get to E flat is to go up like this. B flat, E flat, and G. So we're going to play our E flat major like this. I thought, I lost my note, sorry. I thought the number 1 would surely be me. There it is. I thought I could be what I wanted to be. Back to B flat, root position. I thought I could build on. Now, D major 7, well, D7, it's not MAJ 7, but D7 is going to be a major chord. So D major, D, and then we can just count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You end up with D, F sharp, A, and C. That's a D7 chord. Now, we're way down here on B flat. There's got to be an easier way to do that. So if you have a little sticky note, you could write that down, because this isn't on your inversion chart. Because D major does not live in the key of B flat. It's not a diatonic chord. It does fit. There's reasons for that we'll learn later, but it is not part of our inversion chart. It doesn't live in the scale. Because if we're playing, when we get to D, normally we would play D minor in the key of B flat. Okay, we're playing D major. So write down on your sticky note D, F sharp, A, and C. Now we're back here on B flat. Let's see, we have D and F already. Let's keep those. D and F, we'll change that to F sharp. Okay, then we need an A. We could slide our thumb down to the A, like that. And then if we can add our 7, which is the C. Our pointer finger could do that. Okay, so we end up with A, C, D, F sharp. That's still the D7 chord, and we've just mixed it up so we can go like this without having to jump as far. Okay, so that'd be some practice this week. B flat, D7. Okay, and then we play that for 3 times. Again, you could get rid of the D, the root. You don't need that because our left hand's going to play D, so that's okay. You can play it like this if you want. A, C, and F sharp. Okay, so let's try that. I thought I could build on life's, there's your D7, sinking. Then we need G minor 7. Now G minor on our inversion chart looks like this. B flat, D, and G. It's just G minor mixed up. Now to make it a 7th chord, we need to find our root, which is G, and go left 2. So we're going to add the F. Okay, and the long way to do that would be G, count up 3, it's a minor 7 chord, count up 4, and count up 3. Okay, so G, B flat, D, and F. Okay, but we're up here. Gonna invert it. Okay, so this was a little bit of a tricky bit here. So we're here on life sinking. This is the D7, and then we're gonna scoot everybody up here to the G minor 7. Okay, use that as your warm-up this week. And then we go back to B flat, but I can't even walk without you hold. Okay, F, that's our F on our inversion chart. That's the easiest way to get there. To make it a 7, again, find your root, which is F, and you can just go left 2. Like that. All right, so that's F7, without you holding my hand. That's verse 1. Let's keep going into the chorus. So B7 at the end of the verse, again, just move your thumb. B7, jump up to E flat. I can't even walk without you. B flat, root position. My hand, pretty easy here. The mountains, regular F. 2, okay, to make it 7, add in your E flat. Find your F, left 2. High and the valley, B flat, root position, 2 wide. Move your thumb down to the A flat, B7, B flat 7, wide. Down on my knees. This is the same progression. D7 is where I learned to G minor 7, the same as the verse. Oh, I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Okay, let's add in our left hand just to get the bass note. We won't add in any rhythm yet. We're going to just do it in time. So the right hand will stay steady beat with our chords and our slashes. The left hand will just play long notes on every chord change. Here we go. I thought number 1 would surely be me. I thought I could be what I wanted to be. I thought I could build on, life sinking sand, but I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Oh, I can't even walk without you holding my hand. The mountain's too high and the valley's too wide. Oh, down on my knees, that's where I learned to stand. Oh, I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Okay, so that's what the music says. That would be your goal for this week. Now, once you get that down in your fingers and the inversions are feeling more comfortable, you can go back and look at what we've learned so far in the key of B flat. We've also done a lesson on walk-ups. So let's take a look where we could add in our 3/4 walk-ups in this song. So we have 1 going to 4. So if we go up to our scale, we can see the 1 is the B flat and the 4 is the E flat. So we can go down and look in our song, find where we have a B flat, it doesn't matter if there's a 7 or not, and then directly after it is an E flat chord. We see it right here, okay, B flat, doot, doot, and then it ends on E flat. So this would be a great spot for a 1-4 walk-up. Okay, and again, those charts are in lesson 18 on our walk-up study. All right, and then we also have, let's go look down, E flat, B flat, da, 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 da. Okay, none there. Oh, right here at the end of the verse, we have a B flat going into the chorus. So we could do a 1-4 walk-up there. Okay, in between. Keep going. Right here again, B flat 7 going to E flat. So right here we can add a walk up. And that looks like it. So, excuse me, that would be our 1-4 walk up, which would be B flat, C, D, 1, 2, 3. Everybody lands on E flat. Okay, so we could do that. So if you have a highlighter, in this class we usually do our walk ups in yellow, so you could color those yellow. Let's look for any 5-1 walk ups. Okay, so that would be a F chord going to a B flat chord. So we go through, no F's here until the end, but we do have one here, F7 going to B flat. So that would be the 5 going to the 1. So that would be F, G, A, B flat. Okay, and then again we have one over here on the chorus, the same ending, F going to B flat. Okay, so that would be our walk-ups. What about walk downs? Do we have anywhere the 1 is going down to a 5? That would be B flat, followed by an F. So let's take a look up here. It looks like we have one right here near the end. B flat going to an F. So that would be walk down to the F and walk back up. Okay, so our walk down would be B flat, A, G, land on the F. So that would be an orange highlight or an orange color if you've got that. And we've also got one here we could try. Without you holding my hand. Going down to the F. That could be a walk down. And again, just because you can do a walk down doesn't mean it's going to sound good, but we can try it. Going down to F7 again, right here on the word walk at the bottom. Okay, so let's try some of those. I thought number 1 would surely be walk up. I thought I could be what you want me to be. Oh, we didn't do the 4-1 walk down. There's one right here. E flat to B flat. So that would be the 4th note of your scale going to the 1st note, and it's just backwards. E flat, D. We're just using our scale to walk down in 3-4. Okay, what I wanted to be. I thought I could build on life-sinking sand, but I can't even walk down without you. Walk up, holding my hand. Walk up. Oh, I can't even walk down without you holding my. Walk down the mountains to walk up, and the valleys to walk up. Down on my knees, that's where I learned to stand. Oh, I can't even walk down without you. Walk up, holding my hand. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So you can go through with your highlighter. Again, go back to lesson 18 and you can see where we put those in, the 1 to 4, 4 to 1, etc. But that gives you an idea. Now, one more thing you can do with this song to give it a little bit of spice is there's this D7 to G minor progression that we keep seeing both in the verse and in the chorus. Now, these two are friends. Again, we'll talk about some of this, the theory behind it, why, later. But they are D going to G. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, just like our walk-ups always have 4 in between them. So we can do a walk-up here, but since we have a D7 in our right hand, if we try to follow the scale on the left hand, it's going to clash. Those two notes there, the F and the F sharp. So in this case, we're just going to pretend we are not in the key of B flat for a minute, because we have this D7, which D7 doesn't live in B flat. We're going to pretend we're playing a D. We're in the land of D for a couple of beats, and we're going to walk it up like this. D, E, F sharp, and then land on the G minor. Okay, so again, that D7 is D, E, F sharp, landing on the G minor 7. Okay, And the very last thing we can add in is our bounce on the left hand. Now you can find our toolkit that talks about the bounce that has all of our left hand patterns that we've learned in this series. And you can find that at CanadaMusicLessons.com/toolkit. That's also down in the description below. That's another free download that has cheat sheets for major and minor chords, slow left hand patterns, walk-ups, walk-downs, and turnarounds. Okay, so that's kind of like a handy dandy file you can have on your piano. Okay, so I'm going to go through this one more time. I'm going to do the bounce on the left hand, and then I'm going to add in all the walk-ups and the walk-downs. Again, if you're playing it at home, you can choose the ones that you like, but just so you can hear what it sounds like. Okay, here we go. Verse 1. I thought number 1 would surely be me. I thought I could be what I wanted to. Sinking sand, but I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Oh, I can't even walk without you holding my hand. The mountain's too high and the valley's too wide. Down on my knees, that's where I learned to stand. Oh, I can't even walk without you holding my hand. All right, so let me know in the comments if you're going to try that with inversions, walk-ups and walk-downs, or with the bounce, or with all three. And let me know how you're doing in the comments below. I see we've got a couple more people here. Walter's come on in. Teresa's here. DG says, I like how the rhythm of 3/4 sounds. Wonderful. Usually it's slow songs, but this is a nice medium song that has 3/4. Anne says, hi from Wisconsin. Hi from Wisconsin. And Marilyn says, I love this song, I Can't Even Walk. Jesse Dixon sings it on Bill Gaither program. Enjoying it. Awesome. I'll have to check that one out. I was just watching random ones to see what different people had done with it. But yeah, that's a nice one. I Can't Even Walk in the key of B flat, and you can try all the things we've learned so far in the key of B flat. Moving on, we're going to take a look at I Could Sing of Your Love Forever in the key of B flat, and our time signature for this one is 4/4, which means everything is in groups of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have a chord change. This one has some 7th chords, dominant 7th chords here. It has some minor chords, minor 7s, and it has a new minor 7 here, C minor 7. We'll take a look at that one as well, and we'll take a look. Now this one is a newer one. I think this was from the 90s or so. So I'm just going to go through it, verse 1, chorus, and the bridge. I'm going to sing through it once, then we're going to go through it step by step with our right hand, with inversions, and then we'll talk about some ways that we can spice it up and make it a little more interesting. Okay, so just so we can hear what it sounds like. Over the mountains and the sea, your river runs with love for me, and I will open up my heart and let the healer set me free. I'm happy to be in the truth, and I will daily lift my hands, for I will always sing of when your love came down. I could sing of your love forever. 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 And oh, I feel like dancing. It's wonderful, I know. And when the world has seen the light, they will dance with joy like we're dancing now. And then back to the chorus. Okay, and this is just silly. I changed one of the words here. Normally it says it's foolishness, I know, but dancing is wonderful. So if you're looking for the real words, that's not it. But let's take a look at our B flat inversions now. Again, if you're looking for the inversion chart where it shows you the easiest way to get to the chords in the key of B flat, you can look for that in Year 2, Lesson 17, where we have a step-by-step talking about our right hand inversions. And but we're going to go through those slowly on the right hand. So verse 1, we're going to start with B flat in our root position chord. Over the mountains and the sea. Okay, we have G minor 7. So in our inversion chart, it tells us to play G minor like this. B flat, D, and G. Okay, to create a 7 chord, you're going to find the root, which is our G. We're going to go left 2, 1, 2, which gives us F. So G minor 7 would be B flat, D, F, and G. And the other way we can find it is finding our root, count up 3, count up 4, count up 3. So that pattern of 3, 4, 3 is going to give you the G minor 7 like that. Okay, but we're going to play it down here because it's closer to our B flat root position, which is much easier to move to. Okay, so let's try that switch. Over the mountains and the sea, your river runs with love for me. On our inversion chart for E flat, it shows us B flat, E, and G. So look at that. Our thumb and our pinky, we're already there. We're just moving the middle notes to get B flat, E flat, and G for E flat major. Okay? And I will open up my heart. F7. Let's find our F first. So our inversion chart shows us A, C, F. To make it a 7th chord again, find your root and then go left 2. Like this. So we have F7. That's a dominant 7th chord. Just has a letter and the 7. Open up my heart and let the healer set me free. Land on your B flat root position. I'm happy to be in the truth. Okay, and you're going to be happy this just repeats the same as the first of the verse. And I will daily lift my hands, for I will always sing of when your love came down. All right, and then you're going to see the chorus has some repetitive chord progressions as well, which is great. Once you learn the first half, you know the whole thing. So we're going to go to B flat root position. This is for the beginning of the chorus. And this one here, you can see the B flat goes first, and then you sing. So the word I has your second beat here. Okay, so you're going to play B flat and then sing. I could sing of your love. Okay, so again, that same hand movement from B flat to G minor 7 forever. And then again to the E flat, follows the same pattern. I could sing of your love. And then the F7. So the pattern is the same as the verse. It just looks different because it's all smushed together in different words. But it's just B flat, G minor 7, E flat, and F, repeating itself. Okay, and then we go to the second part of the chorus. Same pattern again. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. Now we have a C minor 7. So if you look on your B flat inversion chart, it shows C minor is supposed to be played in root position. So C, E flat, and G like this, which makes a nice C minor. But we need to make it a 7. So again, we can either count down 2 from our root, C, go down 2, and create C minor 7 like that. Or we could count up using our pattern. So minor 7 is going to be 3, 4, 3. And you end up on this nice B flat. Okay, so we just finished. We were on F7 down here on the chorus, and we're going to C minor 7. So we already have the C, we have the E flat, we need to switch this to a G, and we need our B flat. So I end up with this weird fingering. So you're going to want 1, 2, 3, 5. So you're going to move your fingers slightly because you were on F7 like this. But then we need to get to C minor. So I would move your middle finger to the E flat. So that way you can reach like this. And then your thumb is open to put the B flat. Okay, so it sounds like this. And oh, I feel like... Okay, that's your C minor 7. Then the word dancing, we have G minor 7. So look at this. We already have a G. We already have a B flat. We can move our middle fingers here to add in a D and an F. Like this. Just like we did up above. Okay, so again, that's C minor 7, G minor 7. So the outsides stay the same, it's just the insides move. So, oh, I feel like dancing. Then back to C minor 7, which is great. Pinky and thumb stay the same. Move the middle, guys. It's wonderful, and then we need to get to F7 somehow. Okay, so keep our pointer on that C. Move everybody down, so find your F first from your inversion chart. Then add in your E flat, like that. Okay, so we're going from C minor 7, the pointer fingers, your pivot, and you land here on F7. So the 7s are going to give you a bit of work, especially if you're not too comfortable with your inversions yet. So try it first without the inversions, the whole song, many times for a couple of days. And then once you feel comfortable with those inversions, then you can go in and add in that extra finger in some cases, or you can replace, you know, like I said, you could play C minor 7 like this, or you can just get rid of the C and just play it like that, right? So go in and add the 7s later. Let's start at the beginning of the bridge again. And I'm actually going to do it where I'm just going to play, I'm going to get rid of the C so you can see what that looks like. So it's a C minor 7, but I have my C down here so I can get rid of it up here so my fingers aren't so smushed. And oh, I feel like dancing. Technically I could do this with the G minor 7. I don't like having the 7 up at the top, so I'm going to add the G in again. This is dancing, back to C minor 7. It's wonderful, I know. And again, the F's on the top, so I'm going to keep it there. But the C minor 7, you could try that. And when the world has, and then B flat, root position. Oh, thank goodness. They will dance with joy like we're dancing now. Okay? Now this song, once you get that first pattern, B flat, or where are we at? B flat, G minor 7, E flat, F7. If you just use that as your warm-up, you know like 3/4 of the song. So that's one thing that's nice about CCM songs. These are contemporary Christian. They usually use 4 chords, maybe 5, and they rearrange them over and over and over in the same pattern a lot of the times. Okay, so this one is be a good practice for the 7 chords. So let's try adding in our root note, our bass on the left hand. We're just going to hold it long, not worrying about any rhythm, and then let's try going through this again. So verse 1, both hands together now. Let me know in the comments, how is it going? How are you doing with this? Are the 7s doable, or do you think you're going to need to wait a few days for that? Let me know in the comments. So here we go. Over the mountains and the sea, your river runs with love for me, and I will open up my heart and let the healer set me free. I'm happy to be in the truth, and I will daily lift my hands, for I will always sing of when your love came down. Chorus. I could sing of your love forever. 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 Bridge. And oh, I feel like dancing. It's wonderful, I know. And when the world has seen the light, they will dance with joy like we're dancing now. Back to the chorus. Okay, and it just loops around. Now, the one thing we can do to add in a little bit of spice is, again, we can add in a bounce with this one in groups of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 bounce. And if you're looking for the explanation of that, you can download our toolkit. That's at canadamusiclessons.com/toolkit. That's a free download. Excuse me. Or you can go down to our archived lessons. So that's in the Facebook group. The PDFs are there. And on the YouTube playlist, you'll see you can see the lesson. We had a whole lesson on the bounce back in year 1. Okay, so you can check that out in the index as well. So let's try that with the bounce, and then you can let me know in the comments anything you have questions about, of course, and then we can go through this. Okay, so here we go. First one, I'm just going to add in the bounce. I think the 7s is going to give us a good run for our money this week, so let's give it a try. Over the mountains and the sea, your river runs with love for me, and I will open up my heart and let the healer set me free. I'm happy to be in the truth, and I will daily lift my hands, for I will always sing of when your love came down. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love. I could sing of your love forever. And oh, I feel like dancing. It's wonderful, I know. And when the world has seen the light, they will dance with joy like we're dancing now. I could sing of your love, and keep going like that. All right, so that gives you something to work on this week. You can try your B flat chords, try the inversions with the right hand, and then try adding in the bounce to give it a little bit of fun. So that is I Could Sing of Your Love Forever in B flat. All right, we have some questions coming in and a donation from Marilyn. Thank you very much, Marilyn. She had sent in a donation of $9.99, and that comes to us here at Canada Music. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. Teresa says, for me, dropping 2 semitones to the left seems easier. Yes, a lot of people that does seem easier. The only times it gets confusing sometimes is if you're already in an inversion, and you really have to stop and think, which one is my root of the chord? But yes, a lot of people find that easier. Francine says, should I expect to complete a lesson in 1 week? I just started the other course, Gospel for Beginners. I'm on lesson 18. Will following you every Friday confuse me? That's a great question. So we have year 1, which starts with the key of C. So all of year 1 is playing. There's no other keys. So we go a little bit deeper than we are in these little mini courses about different things. As people asked questions, I would just do a lesson on it. Okay. So if you go through and you want to go through year 1 first, you can do that. If you already play piano a little bit, jumping in on the Friday nights now is going to be no problem, because every 4 to 6 weeks we just start a new key. So we start the scale, we teach you right from the beginning, like how to do it. So it's not going to confuse you. I have some people that do both. So I have one lady who does, she tries to do 1 lesson from year 1 and 1 lesson from year 2, just because she finds that there's stuff in year 1. It might not be in the PDF, but like I just kind of explain something real quick, like a little bonus tip or something. And so some people like to go through those and kind of collect all those little things. But if you just wanted to start on year 2, you can absolutely do that. You don't need to go back. Everything you need to know, we talk about here. I'll put it in the PDF, or I'll reference what lesson it is in year 1. So like tonight we did the bounce. I didn't do the whole lesson on the bounce, but it is in the toolkit, and then you can go in the index and look for the bounce in year 1, and you'll see a whole 1-hour lesson on adding in that rhythm to your songs. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. The other part of your question was, should I complete a lesson in 1 week? I have designed these so that they are free lessons for people who wanted to be in lessons. So I have it set up that you should be able to finish 1 lesson per week if you practice a little bit every day. So the goal would be if you can practice 15, 20, 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, you would easily be able to follow in time once a week doing a new lesson for sure. So I try to do that so it's kind of like you have a teacher without actually having a like Zoom or in-person teacher. So the whole reason, we have a lot of new people, and I realize I haven't talked about this in a while, but the reason that we started this series is I teach privately. I teach piano, gospel piano, and other things too, and I've come across a lot of people, especially in ministry, who want to take lessons, but they don't have the time like consistently because of their other commitments that they have, so they can't be like, I'll come on Tuesdays at 5. They can't do that. And then I have a lot of people who are, starting churches or working in churches and doing a lot of volunteer work, so they don't have the finances to be able to pay for the one-on-one lessons. So that's where this came from, is that way anybody who wants to play in church, this gives you like a boots on the ground, very practical, jump right in and start playing. I try to do the theory at the beginning so that you know how it works, so that you can apply that to your song. So you might never sing this song in church, but you can use what we talked about tonight and put it in your songs. That's the idea. We do have private lessons, so if you're looking for that, to take your lessons to the next level, you want some feedback, you want me to see it, you want some more one-on-one attention, absolutely, just jump over to our website, CanadaMusicLessons.com, and we do that. But this is what it's meant for. It's supposed to be online lessons once a week, and everything is archived and everything is free. So we hope it's a blessing to you. Connie has sent in a donation, $19.99. Thank you very much, Connie. I appreciate that. A little sweetness at the end of the day. All right, well, that's it for tonight, everybody. That's major 7s and minor 7s in the key of B flat. Next week, we're going to finish up the key of B flat, and we're going to talk about all the little doodads and extra things that you might want to do in B flat, and you're not quite sure how to count it. So we're going to talk about some of those things next week. And then do stay tuned. In a couple of weeks, very, very soon, we're going to be launching the new name and some exciting things for you guys here in the community. We've been working really, really hard, and we can't wait to share that with you. So watch out for announcements. That's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks as well. All right, have a great night, everybody.